Hey, what's going on, guys? This video is going to be, why do my recordings fade out or sound as if they were made in a cave? Okay, all this has to do with your settings in Windows. Now, I'm going to be using Windows 8 as the example for you people that are using Mac. I apologize. Don't know nothing about them. Don't want to know nothing about them. Okay, but this is basically going to be the same. You just need to know where you're going to go find it. But the very bottom sentence here, the very last one, if there are no settings to change, or an older version of Windows, go to the Sound or Similar section of the Windows control panel and look for a custom control panel for your sound device. Turn all audio enhancements off. Okay? Because this is what happens. When you record or you go to listen to it back, it's going to deceive your ears. All of this has got to be removed, okay? Now, I got an email, and this person is actually over on the Audacity forum, and this is what it is. They're using a Blue Yeti with a boom and a pop filter and a walk-in closet lined with soundproofing foam for a studio, okay? I was getting super loud noises even when I swallowed, so I fiddled around with the gain and discovered it has to be all the way down. So that's gone. But now it records at a really low level. Okay, so this is what they're doing. They're chasing their tail. When they raise one, it brings up the noise floor. When they lower one, it brings down the RMS requirement between a -18 and -23. So a couple things I want to point out is here where it says, and this is one of the moderators, it's not unusual for home studio microphones to run okay turned all the way up. This is false, 100% false. Okay, you know my motto, guys. Condenser microphones are made for studio work. It all depends on your recording environment. They are sensitive. Okay, when you take that Snowball or you take that Blue Yeti and you crank that gain all the way up as high as it's going to go, you're going to bring your noise floor up so high you'll never be able to get it out. It's just that simple. Okay? Now, the second thing here is she talks about the compressor. And here again, they do not recommend using a compressor for audiobook readings. I'm here to tell you, I do it all the time. All you have to do is know how to use your compressor. Now, the one that comes with Audacity, Chris's compressor, may not do the job. But I promise you, compressors, the ACX has no problem with them whatsoever as long as you use them the way they're supposed to be used. So let's go ahead and jump down into Reaper, and I'm going to show you just how easy it is, and then I'm going to show you how to turn off these audio enhancements. Okay, guys, so here we are in Reaper. Now, I've got an EQ, and I've got the reaffirm that this is what her noise floor is. As you can see, her noise floor is not bad to begin with. Okay? It's down around the -85, maybe -86. Over here, I've got the compressor. You'll see right here, I've got 4 dBs of makeup gain. Her audio was clipping. It was recorded way too hot. And as you can see, I turned it down a -2.58 dBs, and that's simply done right here. You just grab the clip, and you start bringing it down. Let me get it somewhere back over there, 2.58. And that way, my clip light will not go off. Now, from after the compressor, it goes into the VST Tri-Leveler. This is a vocal processor. This is a free plugin. It's a VST plugin. Google Tri-Leveler Vocal or voice processor. I've got the RMS set at a -14 because I'm removing 3.5 dBs of the output trim. Now remember, with the ACX, the max is a -3 dB total peak. Well, I'm giving myself half a dB of headroom. The gate, for her particular voice, I'm setting it at a -50 dBs. Okay? I've got 100 hertz roll-off as far as the low filter cut, and the high filter cut, I'm just running her all the way wide open. Okay, she's got a very nice sound pleasing voice. So if you watch right here, the reason I've added 4 dBs of gain to this is because of these peaks right here. That's what it's compressing it at. So let's bring up the audio statistics and let's just play through and let's watch this.
Davy shrugged. Suppose. And I do think she was hiding something, but it's probably because of helping Billy. It's like she knew and came to help, but is so scared of, well, whatever she's scared of. Fim? Uh-huh. Or breaking the rules. Davy suddenly laughed. What? Anne looked at him, her smile broadening. That pink suit! It was... Anne felt a gurgle. So...
Now, guys, watch this meter over here. You're going to see it come down here to this -4. So let's go back to where it was. Just keep your eye on that meter. That's why I knew, that's how I knew, to add 4 dBs of makeup gain.
What? Anne looked at him, her smile broadening. That pink suit! It was... Anne felt a gurgle. So Dorcas! Come on, let's catch up or we'll miss Billy's blow-by-blow account of how he rescued Princess Rosanna. What? Again? Snorted Anne, the prickles in her head settling for a while.
Okay, now it took me about literally 90 seconds to do this. Okay, it's that simple in Reaper. There is our RMS level, a -20.7. I love to be in that -20 range. It's just about dead center between the -18 and the -23. My true peak is a -3.5. I've got 0.5 dB of headroom there. My noise floor is a -118. Okay, it's truly just that simple. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to render that file real fast. We're going to call it 3211. We're going to do it 192 kbps MP3 and a mono channel, 44,100 sample rate as far as the hertz goes. And by checking this box, we're going to add it back into Reaper, render one file. And up here, it shows me that my true peak is a -3.6. I'm going to hit close. That's going to add it back into the track here. Now I'm going to go ahead and turn off the master. I'm going to solo this track, but what I want to show you here is let's go ahead and open this up now in Audacity. Now I'm going to go ahead and analyze it. ACX check. Passed, passed, passed. There's my -20.6. There's my -3.7. Audacity says I got a -84.2 dBs. That's all right. I trust Reaper more than I trust Audacity. And that's it. It's just that simple. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and close this. We don't need that anymore. So now, this is what I want to show you. On my computer, if you come down here and you right mouse click this and you hit playback devices or recording devices, it doesn't matter. But this is what you want to check. You see the properties, you want to come in here and check that and see what the levels are. You want to see if there's anything on here that will enhance that recording. Now on this, it's not. So I'm going to go ahead and just close that back out. But if you go into Windows and the program, now you've already listened to that file once. So let's go ahead and check the auditorium. Let's go ahead and put on a loudness equalization and let's put her inside of a club. Okay? So now we're just going to send this back down again. I've got to go back into options because I made changes to it. I'm simply going to click OK. Don't worry about that. Let's listen to her now.
Davy shrugged. Suppose. And I do think she was hiding something, but it's probably because of helping Billy. It's like she knew and came to help, but is so scared of, well, whatever she's scared of. Finn?
You see what I'm saying? That's very deceiving. It will drive you crazy. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and reset all the way, all the way back to where it was. And then I'm simply going to close this out. You have to be very careful about this, guys. All right, so this is the finished file. Now, on Audacity, they're telling her how the compression increases her noise floor, her lip smacks, and everything else. And you judge it for yourself, and you tell me how you think it sounds.
Davy shrugged. Suppose. And I do think she was hiding something, but it's probably because of helping Billy. It's like she knew and came to help, but is so scared of, well, whatever she's scared of. Fim? Uh-huh. Or breaking the rules. Davy suddenly laughed. What? Anne looked at him, her smile broadening. That pink suit! It was... Anne felt a gurgle. So Dorcas! Come on, let's catch up or we'll miss Billy's blow-by-blow account of how he rescued Princess Rosanna. What? Again? Snorted Anne, the prickles in her head settling for a while.
All right, guys, and that's it. Now, the only other thing I can do as far as show you the waveform, because you need to be aware of this as well. Let me get them up here to where they both kind of look about the same. I got the wind or the sun coming straight through my eyes. I'm going to unsolo this. I'm going to put this volume back up to where it was. That's the difference in the waveform. Okay? That's what that compressor did. So if you can see on this compressor, it's at a 2-to-1 ratio. Very, very slight compression. The threshold. Okay? It did not compress all these smaller parts, simply these peaks. Okay? Don't worry about the rest of this. Like I said, the makeup game is because the meter showed me this. This is a free compressor plugin. Okay? Google Tokyo Dawn Labs. And it's that simple. All right? Take care. God bless. And we are out of here.